My name is Laleska Durante. I am a fitness and health promotion student at Centennial College. The presentation is based on the article wrote by Masoud Kiampour in 2025, and it talks about the brain rot. Are we still able to focus? How often do you get notifications and you get interrupted in your daily routine or in your activities by notifications related to social media? The concern on this article mainly was actually to emphasize how the online brain rot is undermining our ability to tell meaningful stories and how this is more responsible for social media. Social media is actually decreasing social spans and how scary this seems to be more effective towards young people, because this tells us that their mental health are decreasing their ability to storytell, and they cannot get deepen into stories when they are connecting amongst the others. Well, I would like to tell a little bit about how effective the author was when he wrote his article. He uses his authority to get some credibility to himself. And he says during the article that he teaches social media and society at Durham College and Toronto Metropolitan University. Those are very well named institutions of studies in Canada, especially in the Ontario province. And he also uses his personal authority to build trust to his case and support his idea. Another very important point that I would like to mention is the logical argument. Kiampour was very successful when he effectively mentioned the average teen receives about 237 notifications a day. That's a very scary number if you think about your own social interaction on your phone, because my earlier question is just like how many times you get yourself interrupted during an activity by your phone, and that is related to social media. Imagine yourself, a young adult, being surrounded by so many activities and so many stimulus in your daily routine already, and your phone does not stop clicking and beeping and calling your attention. So among all these considerations, the study says, another article that he pulled the information from, that was Week in the Life of Young Adults Person Smartphone Use, wrote in 2023, says that a young adult spends about 5 hours daily on their screen. That's a very high number. So the author, the Kiampour, was really successful when he employs the logical argument into his article as well. Another very important point is to mention how pathos was well employed, and this talks about the emotional appeal. Kiampour connects with the readers emotionally. Alarming data triggers concern and reflection and makes the problem feel urgent and personal. He claims for an attention when he puts all the elements together and tells the urgency of the issue when he says young people are actually having problem and call for an action. Author's message is clear and effective, and I definitely agree with that. The overuse of social media, lost of deep connections and storytelling skills, and it raises awareness about the future consequences. As I mentioned before, it calls for an action. We must rethink our tech habits, establish limit for social media time usage, and preserve human connection and storytelling culture. Definitely have to rethink the way that we use technology in our favor and just in habits, and establishing limits for how long I'm going to be engaged in that social media, or how long I'm going to allow myself to be drawn into something that is very shallow in terms of content, because this will be the key point to drive us to preserve human connection in the storytelling culture, because we can tell a story, you can have somebody being moved by our case and how we evolve as species and just human beings. And thank you for watching and listening.